What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 17. And today we're returning with two massive games with the Cherries as we're about to reach the halfway stage in the Premier League as London is calling. We travel to Brentford and Spurs, both away from home. Before we get to the games though, shall Bournemouth be getting on off camera? So of course, in the last episode you saw our 2-0 loss away at Anfield, but then a big 1-0 scalp home to Chelsea as well. I played 9 games in the run off camera, and as you can see, pretty inconsistent run, but decent nonetheless. We got 1-1 draw away at St Mary's against the newly promoted Southampton side. Marcus Tavernier gave us the lead in this game, but Orsic levelled later on as the Saints claimed a point. And following out, a big scalp at home once again by a single goal to nil, this time at home to Manchester City. Dominic Solanke netting the only goal of the game there in a massive victory against the Sky Blues. Following out, our progress in the Carabao Cup ended. It was a thrilling game. We played a backup side once again, and we were so close to knocking out a really strong Chelsea team as well, but lost it right at the death. Mikhailo Mudryk scoring a sensational goal as the Ukrainian dumped us out, and our progress ended in the last 16. And following that, back-to-back losses for the first time this season. Yep, 3-2 loss away at Villa Park. Once again, really topsy-turvy game. Really good game. Ramsey gave Aston Villa the lead. Tavernier levelled. Then we fell behind again. Then we went 3-1 down. And whilst Batterini did score this really nice goal from just outside the area, in the end, we did lose by 3-2. And then following now, talk about frustration. Goalless draw at home to Luton Town in the Premier League. Still searching for their first win. And how we didn't win this game, I do not know. We had three disallowed goals in the same game, 2 of which came in the space of 2 minutes. Honestly, VAR was not my friend in this game. Callum Wilson batted a brace, both were disallowed, and I can't remember who scored the first one was disallowed. I think it was Solanke, but even so, yeah, 3 goals disallowed. We hit the woodwork twice. Connor Hazard between the sticks for Luton was amazing. So frustrating, but we bounced back in the best possible way. We went to Emirates on the Friday night, and this was incredible. Now, I played a 5-3-2 in this game. I tweaked my counter-attacking system for this game, and I felt like a football genius when this came off, because we won by 4-1. The first goal was an amazing counter-attack. I want to show you on 2D first, and then I'll show you the 3D highlights, because you know I love the 2D. It looks so good on the 2D, with the dots breaking through and finding space. Morton Forsby rolled through Duvin Zapata, who scored his first goal in his first of what will be 3. Yep, we netted a hat-trick, 2 in 5 minutes in the second half, as we led by 3-0. And whilst Jorginho, the former Chelsea midfielder, would convert from the spot in stoppage time, Callum Wilson completed a famous night at the Emirates as we won by 4-1. Oh, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then following that win at home to Fulham by 2-0, Duvan Zapata, 4 goals in 2 for Zapata. I said he'd score more goals than the one he got at Everton. He's already got 4 in 2 games. He scored the first goal, and then Hamid Traore scored our second. Alex Scott did get a red card. We still held on for the 3 points. And after that, 1-1 draw away against Brighton. Luka Jovic headed in De Zerbi's side to the lead right before the break, but Solanke would respond directly after the restart. And our final game, once again, played the 5-3-2 counter-attacking system. I'll share more details with it in just a moment's time, but played the 5-3-2 again, and we FM'd Manchester United in this game. Statistically, they were the far better side. We only took 3 shots, only 2 went on target, but 1 found the back of the net, and it proved to be the game winner. Dominic Solanke connected with an Antonio Blanco through ball as we won by 1-0. So, yeah, inconsistent run, as you can see. A couple of disappointing results. Obviously, the loss at Aston Villa, the goalless draw against Luton, absolutely terrible. But to be fair, you know, I'm very happy with how this season is going, because right now, as you can see, 2 games to go until the halfway stage. We are in 5th place. Now, there's a long way to go. We've got the joint 3rd best defensive record in the division, and 10 wins in 17. 33 points already. To put that into context, in season 1, we only had 46 points all season long. We've already got 33 in 17 games. So today, we could possibly be in the top 4, but it's a big ask. So just before we dive into the first game of today's episode, a couple of things I want to show you before we crack on with that. Firstly, the training facilities are going to be completed today, sandwiched in between the games against Brentford and Spurs. We are going to improve our training facilities. You'll see that live on camera, exciting stuff. And, well, it is to me at least. And as you'll see as well, I've made a signing which will happen in June as well. Yes, this is a Colombian holding midfielder / centre-half who's going to come in for, I think it's £900,000, £850,000. And yeah, he's going to join in June. Don't get too excited about this guy. You know, I think a lot of people have found this year in this FM. I didn't play FM last year, so I don't know what it was like. But in this year's FM, what I've found is it's quite hard to sign under 18 players in Football Manager unless you are of a really high reputation. You know, a football powerhouse like a Real Madrid or a PSG, for example. At the moment, it's very hard to pick up youngsters. He could be all right in the future, but at 5'10" and only 10 at jumping reach, I don't see his future as centre half. But the marking's good, tackling's good, position's good. Teamwork's good, work rate's good. We could possibly turn him into a good ball-winning midfielder once he comes in at 18, and we'll put him on some decent plans. So, I think that's it. So let's dive into the first game of today's episode. Again, it is indeed Brentford away from home. Not a great start to the season for Brentford. 19 points on the board so far. Had a great season 1 and season 2, but this year not quite as good. But this will be our team heading into the game. It is our 4-3-3 gegenpress system. And on the injury report right now, quite a few players, unfortunately. Anthony are not fully fit. Callum Wilson is coming back from a knock. Duvan Zapata got a big injury in the win over Fulham, so he's not going to come back in today's episode. And Alex Scott is suspended after the red card he picked up against Fulham. Nandez as well is also down with pulled knee ligaments too. So quite a few injuries to deal with. But the 5-2-3, by the way, before we dive into the game, the 5-2-3, this is the counter-attacking system. I tweaked it heading into the game against Arsenal. And what I decided to do is take off the counter press and put it on regroup. So that meant that every time we lost the ball, we just get everyone behind the ball. Everyone behind the ball. But of course, when we do win it back, for sure, then we go on the counter. And I lowered my defensive line all the way down, and I was barely pressing at all, staying on feet, so not committing silly fouls, and dropping off a lot more in the defensive line. So really, we were just like, you know, free at the back, right next to the 6-yard area, basically. So frequently wasting time as well, and playing at the lowest possible tempo as well. But once we do get the ball, then we hit them on the counter. It worked brilliantly. And actually what I did here is I won't change it now, but what I did have was Solanke as a pressing forward, and I had Zapata as a target man as well. So that worked really, really well. The defence and the midfield trio had the same roles. So yeah, it worked really well in those two games there. And counter-attacking football never really worked for me in FM back in the old years, but this time, 2 great wins in the season already. That was class. Anyway, heading into the game, it's our 4-3-3 gegenpress for this one, and this is our team. Georgie is between the sticks, and back forward is Walker Peters, Kelly, Meffman, Aarons, with the midfield trio being Blanco, McTominay and Baturina. On the wings, Traore and Tavernier, and up top it is... Sorry, he's changing back to a pressing forward. Dominic Solanke. Do I have him support or attack? I think it's attack, isn't it? Yeah, so Solanke up top, pressing forward. Sorry, it's because I had Zapata in that role before. Anyway, on the bench, Travers, Senesi, Zabani, Cook, Forsby, Lerma, Brooks, Anthony Wilson as well. First of the 2 games, it's Brentford away. If we want to be a top 4 team, these games have got to be bankers. Let's see how we do. Come on, you cherries. Yeah, that first goal against Arsenal is one of my favourite goals of the save so far. It was brilliant. It was an amazing counter-attack. I love watching counter-attack goals. They're my favourite type of goals to watch, if you know what I mean, because they just look so cool when the dots are storming forward into space. It's absolutely class. Damsgaard is denied by Georgie, and it's still 0-0 here. It's a cracking ball by Morten Forsby as well, into the path of the big Colombian. Spurs, by the way, 1-0 up on Leicester right now, leading the way. They're going to go 7 points clear of Manchester City ahead of their game tomorrow. Tell you what, they've had a massive takeover in the game, by the way. Absolutely massive takeover. So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised if they do go all the way here. They've got the financial backing now. That class stadium, of course. Let's find out. As Tony is tonight, Georgie has turned it round. Flag was up, wouldn't have counted anyway, but he wasn't to know that. Georgie, after a tough start to life in the Premier League. Do you remember when De Gea signed for Manchester United? Now, we're going back a long way here. When he first signed, and he had a really tough first season. He wasn't physical enough. He was flapping at crosses. He was really struggling. Oh, McTominay gets in, and speaking of Manchester United players, McTominay fires in, but then he really turned it on. I think after Manchester United changed their goalkeeping coach, I might be wrong about that, but even so, Scott McTominay gets his 2nd of the season, and Bournemouth have the lead. Tavernier to Batrina, into Scott, levers it into the top corner. Bournemouth are in front. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's just keep it calm, though. Let's just keep it calm, because Brentford have looked a better team out there, despite the fact we lead against the run of play. He's Rico Henry down the left-hand side, whipping one in, and there is the leveller. And it's scored by the shocker. Tony heads home. They deserve that. They've been the better team. Class head up by Ivan, as we know, such a physical striker. And he's given Brentford the deserved equaliser, and he almost set up the goal to get him in front. Damsgaard heading his cross just over the bar. We'll do well to get into the break, tied at 1-1. I don't think the stats really reflect what we've seen in the game so far. It's been very, very even, if not Brentford, in my opinion, being a slightly better team. But I'll say to the boys here, keep working hard and we will win this. So just keep doing what you're doing and we'll be fine. Because I think we will. I think we will win this in the second half if we just convert a couple more of these chances into clear-cut ones and grab a goal to win this. Kelly to McTominay, the goal scorer. Good ball through to Dominic Solanke. And our top scorer down the left-hand side rolls it back to Scott McTominay. Off the crossbar and behind for a goal kick. He's been such a good signing. We spent the big bucks on him, but I tell you what, I've been really encouraged by McTominay this year. But that's needless from Georgie and Kelly. What are they doing there? What are they doing there? That was really silly, that. Giving possession away, and Brentford could possibly get in front for the first time here. Rico Henry to Jensen, back to Vitali Janel, Norgard, shot from range just wide. Cracking game this. Free kick. Batrina. Oh! Just over the bar. And I think that is probably going to do it. But you know what? A point away against Brentford is a point I'll take every day of the week. I'll have that. That's not a bad result, that. I'll take that. We didn't get the result we wanted, be sure, be happy. If credit any chance, more often than not, we will win. Absolutely. That's one of those games where it could have gone either way. If we just were a little bit more potent, we could have won it. But in the grand scheme of things, that's a good Brentford side there. I'll take that. I will take that. You know, where we are right now is where we shouldn't be. We are a mid-table side performing above expectations. Yes, of course, if we're going to be a top 4 team, we need to win those games. But I'm not even thinking about the top 4, man. I'm not even thinking about it. To me, like I said this season, breaking into the top 10, that's my aim. Anything else is a bonus. Hey, and there we go, right on cue. Our training facilities have been completed as Lloyd Kelly has got a cold. So treat him at the club, actually, because I really need him for this period here in December. And Blanco's okay. But yeah, training facilities have been upgraded. So as you can see now, they're up to excellent. And as I said, they go from good, great, excellent, and then the final one is state of the art. So we're one away from the max training facility. So really pleased with that. And our financial situation right now, it's fine. It's totally fine. The wage bill has increased due to the new contracts we gave out for Batrina and also obviously McTominay came on 90 grand. We're talking now to 1.24 million a week, but it's not that much more than we were paying when we took over. So we still got right now, if you look in the Premier League, the second lowest wage bill. Where are we here? Stats, team detailed. Yeah, it's the second lowest wage bill. Only Luton Town is 26 million is less than half of ours. I tell you what, forget trophies. I want that. That's class. I forgot to mention, by the way, Alex Scott. He got his first England caps in a run off camera as well. You love to see it. First England caps for Alex Scott. Did you see the manager now as well? It's Mancini. Mancini's in charge of England, from villain to hero maybe. But Solanke and Scott have both been called up for the England squad in recent games. Solanke still yet to add to his one cap, but Scott, first 2 caps for England now. And we'd love to see it. Right then, second and final game, it's Spurs, the league leaders, away. Oh no, not the league leaders now. Manchester United beat Leeds in the early kickoff, so Spurs drop in a second. So they'll have to at least get a point if they are to jump top spot. Otherwise, we'll keep them away and the Red Devils top. And if we win, we could go in the top 4. Let's see if we can pull it off whilst we reach the halfway stage. So heading into the game, we are going to play the 5-3-2. Again, I played this in my last 2 games against 2 of the big 6, Arsenal and Manchester United, and it worked. Now, I'd like to play Duvan Zapata as a target man up top alongside Solanke, but he's not come back yet, and he's still not fit enough to play. So instead, I'll go with a Solanke and Wilson duo and play with a poacher and a pressing forward, as opposed to a target man and a pressing forward. But this will be our team, and again, the instructions are as you saw earlier. So Georgie between the sticks, the back four is KWP, Kelly, Senesi, Meth, and Narens, 4-speed aboard midfielder, and McTominay and Batrina complete our high-energy midfield trio. And again, up top, it's Solanke and Wilson. On the bench, Travers, Zabani, Cook, Blanco, Lerma, Scott, Traore, Tavernier, and Brooks as well. Second final game, Spurs away, heading into this one, playing a counter-attacking system. Let's see if it works out for the third time in a row. I remember I was doing a personal Football Manager save back in like FM09 or whatever it was, a long time ago now. And I had this Italian new-gen/regen playing for my Barcelona team. And he was instrumental in this counter-attacking goal I scored. It only now exists in my memory, but it was amazing. And it was really, like, I really struggled playing counter-attacking football back in, well, really any FM I've done. But in this one here, well, you know, you saw the goals we scored against Arsenal and the goal we got at Manchester United. I mean, I suppose it could work. It could work, but I think it does require an awful lot of luck and almost perfect execution as well. Anyway, first title's going to come to Spurs with Kane finding his man. Lovely through ball. Paulinho. Oh, it's the coolest of finishes. Was he offside? I think it'll go to VAR, but he looked on to me. Coolest little chip by Paulinho, and yep, the goal stands. It's alright. It's okay. Plenty of the game to go. And we beat Manchester United by only taking 3 shots, 2 of which at the target, only 1 found the back net, but that was enough to win it. You know, if we get into half-time, only 1-0 down against what were and will now be the league leaders, so just see Harry Kane's been forced off there. Then I think I'm alright now. So I'm going to say to the boys in the dressing room here, just very, very calmly, you've been unlucky so far. You've been unlucky. Let's just keep it calm, boys. Keep it calm. Second half to go. If we get one good chance on the counter, I trust Solanke or Wilson to pop it home. And here's a corner for Bournemouth, which is headed away. And Metham picks it up. Come on, you cherries. Kelly to Batrina. Oh, he's a brilliant chance, that, for Batrina. That should have been his 3rd goal of the season. Yes, he's on the edge of the area, but he is free as a bird there. We won't get a better chance than that. That was the chance. That was the chance. Oh, what a moment for the kid. Just couldn't keep it down. 3-point conversion there as it's still 1-0. Paulinho, the goal scorer, into his man now. Riddle Baku crosses the back stick and the header off the bar, and we will escape. Hanging on in there. Blimey, Luton Town are a goal up on Crystal Palace. They might be getting their first win of the season at Kenilworth Road. Still 1-0 here though. And now it's 2. Pedro Porro floats 1 in, and Taremi gives Spurs the 3 points. That'll do it now. Oh, Batrina, you had to at least test a goalkeeper. When you play this way, you have to take your chance. You know, you have to. You have to make sure if you get an opportunity, you at the very least test a goalkeeper, because you won't get many. If you get a goal, unbelievable. But and there he is, and this time he does test a goalkeeper, but is saved. You don't get many playing this way, so you've got to make sure you capitalise. Best chance is falling to the Croatian wonder kid, 1 over the bar, and to be fair, a great save by the Ukrainian Trubin. Well, that is going to do it, and after a 6-game unbeaten run, Spurs lead the league, end it here in North London. To be fair, we had a couple of good chances. Batrina taking that really good one on the edge when he had so much space. Lads, come on. Seriously? It's Spurs away or top. Come on, boys, honestly. But he taking that chance, you never know, but it wasn't to be in the end. That's alright, it's okay. It's still been a great first half of the season. So we'll simulate through to Monday, and I'll show you the exact league table at the exact halfway point. I am so fucking sick of this, by the way. I am so sick of this, honestly. I cannot wait until, there's clauses in it, I cannot wait until June 2027. I literally cannot wait. Where are we here? Iwatara, June 2026. That's when the clauses expire there. Semenyo, June 2026. Anesi, June 2026. Tavernier, June 2027. I literally cannot wait until 2nd of June 2027 comes around. I'm sick of paying out so much money. It seems like it's every other week I've got to pay like $500,000. Right then, that will do it for today's episode as the final games get played on Sunday, and it means that at the halfway stage, Bournemouth may not be in the top 4, but we are in a European place right now. Yup, the closest team to the traditional top 6 in 7th place right now, 3 points clear of Wolves in 8th place. Oh, Luton did hold on for their first win. Go on, Luton Town. But yeah, 7th place right now. We've got a really good defensive record. I've got to be honest, this is better than I was expecting at the start of the season. So, yeah, it's disappointing our unbeaten run comes to an end there. But if you would have given me 7th place come the end of the season, I would have taken it. Only problem is, we're only halfway through the season. Not there just yet. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed. If you had, then please do drop a like. So you'll have a fantastic day. I will come back with games against. Dun, 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 dun. January at some point, maybe back end, maybe Crystal Palace at home, Newcastle away, maybe. And of course, if we get through the FA Cup third round, there'll be a fourth round tie. I don't know. It'll be some point in late January or possibly at the very latest early February. Even so, have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Football Manager series very soon.